Not only is learning fun, and learning for me actually helps put me into that creative space where I'm open to ideas in the flow, but learning improves your skills, which audition will actually make it easier to get in the flow. Making sense, guys? All right, so here's the F of FAST-ER. The first F is forget. Forget. And I know that sounds like a really strange thing to say, right, from the training. I want you to forget it. But here's what you're forgetting. You're forgetting what you've learned before, because you're coming into this with a beginner's mind. You ever heard of the concept of beginner's mind, where you are open? You're going to hear things in a filter, when if you think you already know everything, you're not going to learn it the same way. In fact, you might not learn anything. When you approach things from a beginner's mind, you're open in a way that they say the mind is like a parachute. It only works when it's open. That's the whole forget piece. The other forget is forget your limitations. You are putting arbitrary limits on what you are capable of every single day. You don't even know you're doing it half the time, right? This is what you want to consciously, systematically work on, forgetting those, right? Let them go. If you fight for your limitations, you get to keep them, right? Ooh, Jacqueline said, what is your teachability next? I love it, because that's the F of forget. The second letter is A, is for active. The best way to learn anything is to be actively engaged. And what's the easiest way to be actively engaged? What are you guys doing right now? Gesturing with your hand wildly. No, writing it down. That's sign language for writing it down. Larry said clapping his hands. No, we're writing it down, okay? The best way to learn something, to stay engaged and be active, is just to write it down. That's why I didn't make a slide for this. I want you to actually write it down, okay? Taking notes is a great way to stay actively engaged. There's a few other ways. The second letter now is S, is for state. State. That's the state of mind you are in when you are learning. State of mind matters for everything. State of mind matters when you go to do a listing appointment. If your clients are pissed off and had a terrible day, how good do you think that listing appointment's going to go? Right? If your clients are in a happy, easy mood, how happy are they going to be to talk to you? Same thing with learning, right? How many of you were late to the office this morning and drove 55 miles an hour in a 25-mile-an-hour residential zone, right? You almost hit two people walking around. You spilled coffee on your lap. I'm kidding. No one really had, right? But imagine you spilled coffee. Like all this crazy stuff happened on the way. You get to your desk and you're like, okay, learn. It's not going to go that good. But if you are calm, relaxed, excited, energetic, like why do you think speakers, everybody ready to do this with their hand? Everybody do this with their hands right now. Rub your hands together. Picture you're making some energy in front of you, right? Just do this. Okay, sit up in your chair. Sit up straight in your chair. Lean a little forward in. That's your body telling your body, all right, put your hands down. Don't you feel better now? You're like, all right, I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to do something. Like your physiology determines how you, what happens with your brain is a direct connection. Jim Quick always says, when you move, the brain grooves. So start to pay attention to the state your body's in. That will also affect how you get in the flow. All right. Teach. That is the next letter. FAST-ER, F-A-S-T, is for teach. Teach someone something. Teach. The best way to learn is to teach. And in fact, you sometimes want to teach things before you're even ready to teach, because it really solidifies your own knowledge. I always start teaching things long before I have any business teaching them. I just like talking and teaching things. If you guys haven't noticed, I just like teaching, right? Some of you are natural teachers. Some of you who are not natural teachers, push yourself out of your comfort zone, right? Find something and just start to teach it. It will really help solidify it. It also raises your confidence level, right? Those of you a lot of you on here are coaches. We got a lot of coaches, teachers, trainers on here. Raise your hand. Does teaching things make you feel more confident once you teach it? Raise your hand. 100%, right? Okay, let's finish up. I got 2 minutes. E is for entry. F-A-S-T-E is for entry, okay? This is where we're going to schedule our learning. Enter it in a calendar. You're going to schedule time for learning. You're doing it right now in Agent Power Huddle every day for 30 minutes. You already have it scheduled. Most of you are here every single day. I love it. I love seeing you guys. Oh, by the way, I wanted to give a shout out to Grace for putting her takeaway from yesterday into the Agent Power Huddle Facebook group. I don't know if Grace is here this morning, but totally coachable. She's like, here's what I learned. Here's my takeaway. So guys, make sure if you're going to teach something, there's a lot of people. There's like 2,000 agents in that Agent Power Huddle Facebook group. They weren't here today. There's only 44 of you here live. Go teach them something. Put it into, there's Grace. She is here. She said, woo, nice job, Grace Walker. All right. So type something into the Facebook group today. Type what you learned today. Type a takeaway. Type something you learned today. Make a video. Make a post. On Friday, we'll review them. I was told Friday's a better day than Monday. So every Friday, we're going to review the action item for the week. Don't forget to do that, guys. Teach us something. And the last R, the last letter, is R is for review. Review. You want to look back over what you learned, right? That's going to solidify this learning. It's why I just encouraged you to go to the Agent Power Huddle Facebook group. and type a little post or reply to a comment. It doesn't have to be your own post. Make a comment, right? On today's replay when we post it. Write a little video of what you learned. That's going to help solidify for you, even though you don't even need to teach it to someone, just review it for yourself. All right. You guys like this stuff? Is this useful for today for Tactical Tuesday? Feeling good? All right.